Hello everyone, today we are going to be starting a new series to teach people how custom battle works. We're going to go through all the basics, and eventually we're going to teach you some tips and tricks you can use to make your dream custom battle. So obviously you're going to want to hit custom battle on the screen. Alright. So you go into custom battle mode, you're going to obviously create a new. Now if you want, like if you're still trying to learn and just look how effects work, there's simple edit where you can just quickly, like they give you a little template format where you can get, battles with odds stacked against you, last minute comebacks, team battles, battles against overwhelmingly powerful opponents. These are just kind of basic things. If you do a copy edit, you can copy the bonus battles that are already in the game, and also copy any custom battle you already have uploaded yourself. As you see, I have quite a lot. But normal edit is where you kind of want to start if you're making your own creation. Now, obviously, characters, you just pick whoever you want. We're just going to leave it as Goku and Frieza for now, since we're going on this. But you have all your normal characters. You cannot pick multiple characters of the same, like if it's the same character, you can't pick him multiple times. So like Goku, we have Goku Z mid Super Saiyan, so we can't pick Z mid Goku base form. Now an easy way to counteract this is if you use the guest characters. Now you can have Goku Z mid as a base form. Now this is to be able to use them in cutscenes, because any of these battle characters here is who you're actually going to fight with in the game. And here on the guest characters are just here to show up in cutscenes, which is also why if you can go to the next page, there'll be characters that are not in the roster that you can just put in whatever cutscenes you want. Now, a little easy thing to do is you can have characters appear in multiple cutscenes with these transformation things. Like I would rather Goku Z mid base form to start out. And you can have two of the same character, exact same form too, as a playable and a guest. Now that's good if you want to do battle damage. So like this Goku could be battle damaged and the other Goku will not be battle damaged. But that's all up to whatever you prefer. But I would much rather put Super Saiyan mid Goku as the guest rather than the base. Just because effects you can do. So let's make this Goku battle damage just because it looks cool. And we'll just set this Goku to also match. Now this is a lot more important here is the actual battle characters customization. Because when customizing them, you get the normal customized screen. But there's extra stuff you can do that you were never able to do here before. Because you have all your normal items that you buy from the shop. Some of these you are going to need a lot of Zetting to buy, but a lot of these down here, these all you just get for free. This is custom battle exclusive items, and they want you to be able to increase their health. There's a lot of other stuff. You can have CPUs prioritize things, have ultimates do more damage, basic stuff like that. Now, if you want to fight to last longer, you would much rather want to put on these health items, and also there's defense and a lot of other items you can choose. Now a thing that's exclusive to custom battle is you'll see your technique settings at the bottom. You can hit that and you can just disable any move. So you can have Goku not be able to do any of his moves. You can have him be able to do everything except his ultimate or everything but Blast 1. And that's kind of helpful if you're trying to make a story where like Goku can't use any abilities. You can make it to where that's actually locked and the player has to follow that rule. Now, when it comes to the CPUs though, on the enemy team, we have Frieza here. There's a lot more stuff to customize because the CPU settings. Now, all these, the current type, this, you're gonna need to buy all these from the store. For your Zenny. but you're gonna be able to. This just makes the CPU act in your preferred way. It reads it on the right side. As you can see, you also need a CPU level. So at 1, they're stationary. 2 to 5, they're pretty weak. 6 to 10, they'll be normal. 11 to 15, they'll be strong. And then 16 to 20, they'll be extra hard. Obviously you can change their sparking, battleground music, and you can also do the same thing here with their technique settings. Now, we are going to leave this screen for now, and some people will pick whatever their preferred characters are, and they think they're done. They just hit the test run, ready to go for the battle, because they've already picked their preferred characters. But this is what makes them kind of lacking is, you know, there's a lot of custom battles like this out here where they just have this. It's just a normal free battle, and it's a waste of a custom battle slot. So you're not going to want to do that, because custom battle leaves so many more things to do. I mean, even if you just want the fight to be longer, that would be great. But one thing to personally make a custom battle your own is the scene settings. Here you can make whatever cutscenes you want for your battle. You can have the victory ones, outro ones, whatever you want. There's plenty of animations you can choose here, and even if you want to use their intro animation, there's an option, but you can also pick your own dialogue. So there's a lot of different cutscenes you can make, like they have the super attacks and stuff like that. So I'm going to start out by just making a little simple, you know, you want to make it kind of scenic. So let's pick Call Out. So Goku's going to be calling out to Frieza. Now, this is where the poses matter is. You can just have him look, but there's all these different poses you can pick. So let's get something that would make him... actually, I don't know if this one does. Look for a pose where he might turn around. Gather key, pondering. But there's a lot of these. Okay, this one doesn't. I know there's one that does. But yeah. So also, if you want to use your guest characters more, you can have a lot of. Here, let's get some guest characters in, because the more characters, the better. Although, keep in mind you are limited to 10 characters, so there's the 5 here, but if you pick any more, it will remove your guest characters. So, you gotta keep that in mind. But like, we can add an NPC, we can add Bulma, we can add Dende, and they don't have to be the NPCs as guest characters, they could also be playable characters, so we could have like Piccolo there too. Or Gohan. Here, let's do Gohan, because he was actually there. So now you have more characters to play around with in your scene settings. So we could have Goku challenge Frieza. Now, a thing that matters a lot here is your dialogue options. If you come down here, there's obviously the music you can pick, which there's all the songs and that are in the game's OST. You can buy a lot from the in-game store, and then there's also copyrighted ones in the PlayStation Store. Now, if you're gonna use these, if people want to play your custom battle and you have these in, people are gonna need to own it. So that's the one downside of using these songs. Also, using them will block recordings, so I don't recommend using them that much. But let's just put on a basic song. Let's just do this. A lot different than just the basic no music at all. Now, when it comes to dialogue, this used to suck, but they added an update that I recommend everyone uses. That's just a filter by name, ascending, and now everything's in alphabetical order, and it makes everything way easier. Now, also, if you want to narrow it down more, there's all these different tags. So we'll put characters, ascending, and now it's just characters. Go down here, find Goku. Now, here's the thing about the dialogue. Finding it sucks, although, again, it does help. There's all these different tags, and you can sort it in alphabetical order. I do have a website that you can use to find dialogue, where you can search up some that are already in the game, and it'll tell you what tags to click for it. I'll put that in the description. But yeah, so like here, we could just throw in some basic things. So we know they're enemies, so we'll put enemies, emotion, rage. And then we'll find where, no, let's, some dialogue that we can get. See, it's in alphabetical order though, so it's a lot easier to find, because if you want to find something, you'll know what it starts out with, so it's gonna be way easier to find. Let's just pick something basic, because I don't want to make this too long. If I was actually making custom battle, I'd probably spend a lot more time on this. Let's just say come at me. And then Frieza, we'll just have him say something. Enemies, rage. Oh, well that would have been, okay. If I, god dang it, alright. Well, now I'm gonna want to change that. So you can have character quotes, alright, enemies, rage. Alright, now you made me mad, Frieza. So that can be that for this. Also, if you want to make it look more nice, you can add slow motion frames. And then the camera will stop moving after a point. Now, with these, it adds this option. You can hit aura highlight effects. And then that will make the characters glow up during cutscenes. So now that it turns like that, they'll light up. Now you can change the frames more so it's smoother. So like, let's set the slow motion to right as the camera stops making its movement like that. And then that looks really better. Now with screen effects, there's a lot of different filters you can put over it. This is good for certain effects. Like I like to use noise for flashbacks. And I also like to do fisheye lens for flashbacks as well. You could have like, if anything, like let's say Goku gets hit by something that hurts a lot, you could do these effects where it like changes the colors of the screen, makes it look all weird. There's a lot of different effects you can put on. We're not going to put any on right now though. So now you made me mad, Frieza. Now, one thing that also is nice is probably one of the best cuts in the game is Selfie 1. Selfie 1 here, you can have, there's so many different camera angles you can have. Let's just do this one. And he's mad, so we'll put him rage. But it looks weird that he's just standing there. So there's some different poses. One of my favorites is gather and release key, where they'll charge up like this, and they get all mad. So then you can add some slow motion frames. So at just 60, you can get a lot of different effects just by doing this. Because this camera angle, even though it's the same shot, is a lot different just because of the slow motion frames. Because if I had another 60 frames, now that's the final product. So this is one of my favorite things to mess around with, because you can really create some cool visuals. Like there's that. I actually like that one a lot, so we're gonna go with that one. Apply whatever music you want. I'm just gonna do Super Saiyan again, so it flows better. Gonna put on some aura highlight effects. One of the good ones for screams. I know it doesn't sound like it would match at all, but trash talk has like no actual trash talk. It's just like noises people make. So like, put a scream there, and you have Goku. He'll scream out, you know, ha. Unfortunately, no voice acting, but I mean, the voice actors would have been tortured if they had to do that many lines. So now with the effect settings, now this is one of the things you can do, which makes the battle a lot better, is effects. You can apply effects to so many different things in this game that it makes it so much better. So with the effect settings, we can apply different things. So there's a bunch of different conditions. You can have if a character beats someone, if they defeat him with a certain move, with their ultimate, how much HP is remaining, how much time's elapsed, time remaining, if you hit an attack, if you miss an attack, if you block anything. Now status change, that's if you if you go in sparking mode, you lose your sparking mode, you get stunned, disable stun, or if you get solar flare blinded. Your current status, that's basically the same thing, just you can have effects apply if this character uses sparking mode. Form changes if you, like if Goku changes his form into a Super Saiyan, he gets effects. If you can also just have effects that apply whenever that form's active, not when it happens, but just whenever you're in that form. Effects occur whenever you switch characters. Now you can actually make this more specific. You can't really see it on this one, but let's say like Krillin was my thing and Vegeta was there too. You can make it specific to each character swapping between them. So like if Goku swapped to Krillin, it would be a different effect if Goku swapped to Vegeta. Or you can have them be set to the same. It doesn't matter. You can have Goku allies or select characters. Yeah. So let's say, because I guess we're going with Goku or Frieza just killed Krillin, we can have no conditions as soon as the battle starts. Force transform Goku to a Super Saiyan. So now if we test run, instead of it just being the normal fight we already had, now when it starts, we have the cutscene that we just made. Goku, he's all mad. And then that's your episode title, which we'll get to later. But as soon as the match starts, Goku goes Super Saiyan, which can add a lot more than just it happening throughout the fight. Now, we're going to quit because I don't want to waste your time by having me do a whole fight. Now, if you want to post the battle, you are going to need to be able to beat it. Now, something that also helps is your battle environment. You can change whatever background music's playing throughout the whole fight. Again, there's all these copyright songs. You can use them, but like besides Genkai Topa X Survivor, you're gonna need to buy all these ones that have the little symbol next to it. And if they're playing, it'll block recordings, and also people actually playing. To actually play it, they need to own the song. Now, rule limit or rule settings. This is good. You can have a time limit set if you want. I prefer not to, but that's obviously your choice. Now this is one of the things that we use a lot is player transformation. You can turn that off. Player switching doesn't really matter. We don't have any teammates. Player fusion really doesn't matter either because we don't have any teammates. But if you are running these and you want to have like you choose when the character fuses, then turn these off. And then the player can't transform, fuse, or swap character whenever they feel like it. So then once the battle starts, here we want to make our thumbnail. And this is, you can pick any shot that you made throughout the entire thing. Now, just to show off more of the stuff we can do here, let me, for example, I know I made him already. Let's just throw in Gohan. And we'll also throw in Piccolo just to show you. If I go to effect settings, and I have, here. So, character switch. You can have Goku, and then you can either have allies, where no matter who he swaps to, it's the same effects. But if Goku swaps to Gohan, you can change the amount of times that effect happens. So 1, infinite times, 9 times, stuff like that. And you can just change some basic things. So maybe if you swap to Gohan, it'll change the the background music. You can change the CPU's level. You can allow transformations, ban moves, ultimate blast hit, a lot of different things. Force fusion, force transformation. You can display text. HP and key change. There's a lot of different effects. You can reset the time limit. And then let's say you could also have him swap to Piccolo, and there's a bunch of different effects you can do for that. We'll delete that. But now let's say you have a lot of scripted events, and your character like needs to be involved in that. But if the character dies, the fight keeps going, and that just kind of ruins everything. Now you can set special win and loss conditions. So let's say even on there are 3 characters, if Frieza defeats Goku, you fail, Gohan, or one of my personal ones that I always just do is allies. So if anyone dies, you lose. And then you can set it to where a lot of health point things trigger. So let's say that effect settings. Now this one's good because you know how I said earlier you can turn off someone's ability to do a move? You can do that here too. But you can actually re-enable it later. So let's say with no conditions at all, just auto happens, Goku cannot use his ultimate blast. So you cannot use Angry Kamehameha at all this whole fight. Now, we can also throw on items. So let me do that now, just so the fight kind of feels more alive. We'll give Frieza Immortal Body is a really good one. So Immortal Body basically means Frieza cannot die unless this item is removed from him, which is very helpful when it like you want to have like a certain way that you beat your antagonist. Now you can also put on these obviously for some little extra health boost. We'll just throw on those 3. And we'll just set them to that. Now we have Goku. See, I don't really want to use these characters. I was just showing them for example. But while I already have them out, you can also there's lineup settings, and you can make it to where when someone gets your battle, they see Gohan and Piccolo as question marks. I know you can like clearly tell who it is behind it, but they don't see that. They'll just see a flat background with a question mark. And you can also do, if you hit it again, secret, where it won't even show anything at all. It'll just show Goku and Piccolo as Goku and Frieza as the only characters out. Now another option you can do is, let's say you don't want a scripted battle, you can hit triangle and you set these free slots, and then someone playing your battle will have Goku on their team already, and then those other 4 slots, they can pick whoever they want to pick. So any character on the roster, they can just pick that. I don't want that, so I'm just going to leave it like this. And we can make this fight more unique. So let's say that if current status Goku, if he's in sparking mode, we'll set that to infinite. It will status change. If I can find it. Am I blind? Switch effects, force action. Oh, because it's... Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Frieza sparking. So if Goku goes sparking, Frieza will go sparking. Next up, I will also set another requirement. Let's say that Frieza, the second he is 50% HP, he will recover all his health. And you can also have him transform. So now he'll go full power. Now, you can also display text during this, which will be the same thing. So, like, let's say Frieza will transform, and then you can set it to where it says Frieza. I know the alphabet. Character talk, let's enemies, superiority. Let's just send this like that. Yeah, so my apologies for the wait. As requested, this is my full power. That's what Frieza will say after he transforms into full power mode. Now, if you want, you could also trigger an event. We'll actually wait to that because I just realized we put Frieza full power. So we can just set this as a guest character. I didn't mean to delete Goku. Alright, full power Frieza. So now that we've given Frieza his full power, we can trigger an event, and this is, we can make more cutscenes. So these are cutscenes I'll just trigger in the middle of a fight instead of whenever you feel like it. So we can have, let's do Frieza at, where's Selfie? Selfie 1. Full power Frieza is now an option. And since he already powered up, I would use release key. And then we can do whatever, any of these camera angles. We can do that. Add a slow motion frame. The lightning's kind of in his face, so we'll change the framing up a little bit. There we go. And then we'll change his expression. Alright, so now we got Frieza at his full power. And then let's say we could also use Selfie for more than just powering up. We'll use Goku. He's already a Super Saiyan. We can have alright. So forward facing stance will be different for every character. That's just the stance that they idle in the game. But yeah, let's set a pose that would look better. Well, I mean, Goku vexed I don't think would be the best. I like stand diagonally is good. We can have smirk, motivated. There's all these different things. Let's do rage slight. Yeah, see, it's the same kind of camera angle, but you don't have to listen to that. You can set it to like 5 frames, and it'll just end right there. And we'll, you can add aura highlights if you feel like it. See, this is kind of a basic frame, so I don't know if you'd want the aura highlights. You just have Goku, just be there. Have Goku, Frieza's true power. Obviously, you can change the music now. If you want, you can make it different. We could put true form, since this is Frieza's full power. You can have the music change through the fight. And then if you want to make a kind of more high stakes feeling, we can have, there's Clash, which is a nice one. I like Clash 2 and 1. Clash 1, I like to do, they like punch each other and they stay there. I like to follow that up with, where is it, Speed Impact, where they're like just fighting like crazy right there. Now, another thing about the clashes is you can also use them for cool camera shots because of slow motion. So even on Goku, he's coming in there. We'll make him a Super Saiyan, why not? So like, even though this is just them punching each other, you can use slow motion. It's around 23. It's kind of the nice spot. it'll stop, and you just get a frame of Goku ready to punch you, and that's really good. So you can have rage, slow motion, and then he gets that kind of highlight because he's in motion. The effects kind of make this golden outline around him, and that looks really good. Yeah. So we're gonna change Goku's expression because we don't want him to be having his mouth open like that. Yeah. So we got an angry Goku now, and then we'll put true form as music. Goku moves out to attack. And then that's what we have right there. Another way around is you can make a cutscene of a character getting ready to transform, and then you have the forced transformation happen. But yeah, once, let's say, Frieza is at 1% health, we can have, we can remove item. We can remove his immortal blow or immortal body, and now he's no longer going to be immune to attacks. And then we'll have him. He will force action Goku into sparking mode, and then have Frieza. Force action. I'm blind. Alright. Frieza to just ultimate blast as soon as he's at 1%. So now, we'll also add a thumbnail. We'll just make it Goku there or whatever. You can change whatever the tags are. So this is helpful. We'll organize it. Advanced, you can just make a lot of like difficulty ones, battle centric if you're more focused on it being a hard fight. It's one of the ones I use a lot because it's just what I prefer to use is story centric. It's just I like to make story fights. And then slide, you can just show off your other things. So when I do this, you'll see the it'll just swap the image down there. And then we'll just add the tags full power and like I don't know, advanced. And then those will be the tags down there. I want to make it to where it will allow move Goku Ultimate Blast. Okay. We'll just give Goku more health and more damage so this just goes by faster. Since I don't want to take up too much of your time, we'll just make Goku have extra health. And then we'll just increase his damage like crazy. Oh, whoops, I made him a secret. Alright, we'll have him we'll recover 10% of their HP. And we'll swap that to be alright. I think that would be better. Also, while we're at it, you can add a windscreen. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. It can if you want it to be. We'll just have a panorama of like Super Saiyan Goku and Namek. And we'll just put like the Hope music in the background. So instead of just Goku's normal versus windscreen, you get the Hope windscreen. You can also make a lost screen. We'll just do that. Post battle. Swap these two, and we'll make Frieza full power. Why not? could have him release his key. Just a flex, I guess. What does that look like on Frieza? Oh, that doesn't look that bad. There's a lot of characters that poses will look awkward on. For example, Kefla crossing her arms does not work at all. You can set it to Gloom. Have Frieza laugh. Okay, so we've had some very simple effects, and now if we play our battle, it'll be a lot different than just Goku. Something you could do in free battle. That's the point about custom battle, is being able to do stuff you wouldn't normally be able to do. So we have Goku going Super Saiyan, and our battle begins. I will have more tips and tricks in this series because this is just part 1. Part 2, I will go more on alternate win conditions that can lead into other endings. And we can also get more onto character-specific things, like how to make fusions transform, because I know that's a hard thing. Because there's actually not supposed to be an official way to do it, it's a glitch. There's already a tutorial for fusions transforming on my community custom battle Discord, which I will put a link in the description to join. Alright, come on, Frieza, you're going down. But yeah, because of the settings we put on, we'll go sparking. Frieza will get spark. We don't even have an ultimate. Frieza regains some health. He's gonna do his ultimate. And now your ultimate's allowed, so you gotta react quick. And you fool! Get a beam clash. And put Frieza in his place. So I'd say that is way better than just a basic battle you could have done in free battle of Goku versus Frieza. So if you want to learn more about custom battle, like and subscribe. If you want to learn more about custom battles and have more tips and tricks, I have a Discord. I will put a link in the description for it. So if any of you guys are interested in learning more tips and tricks, like how to make fusions transform, that's already in the server. So I hope you guys have a nice day.